Good morning, good afternoon, good evening. Welcome back to another episode of the England Save. It is me, DJam FM. As I said, we are back. It is the 1st of June in the game. We are preparing for another qualifying match, this time against Gary Johnson's Malta. Who would have thought he would be the Malta manager? But we take on them in the middle of June. A very random time to have fixtures. Football fans up and down the country do not like the middle of June fixture, but it's another qualifier and it's another opportunity for some of our players to shine. But seeing as it is the end of the season, I thought it'd be a good opportunity to show you who's been performing well for their clubs, who's in the best reign of form, and where does this then leave us going in terms of the rest of the qualifying campaign and which players need to step up to get back into the squad. That's pretty much it. Let's run that intro and get straight into the episode. Yes, hello everyone, welcome back to another episode of the England Save. Here we are, we're back with our brand new squad for today's episode, and as you'll be able to see, there's some new faces in and amongst this team. I've decided, as you can see from the right hand side here, to pick people who are actually playing for their club. Who would have known, right? A lot of these guys have been getting appearances, have been playing all season, because these are the guys that deserve to be here. They deserve to be here on form and how they've actually been doing. A lot of these players are scoring goals for fun. There's a lot of goals in and amongst that, but some good ratings in amongst it as well. So that's why you'll see a lot of new faces. Obviously, Corley Woodrow comes back into the side. We've got Oxlade-Chamberlain, Wilfried Zaha, who weirdly enough is actually playing for PSG. Really bizarre move. Jack Cork's in there. James Tarkowski for Burnley's in the side because he's been performing really well. Currently doing it really well in the Premier League. Harry Maguire's in there. Joel Ward is back in. Daniel Bentley is a really shock inclusion, but he's been performing well. He's done really well for Wigan. He's been playing lots of games and deserves his opportunity. So, as I said, that's why the certain members of squad are in there. Yeah, as I said, I really like the look of this team. We're playing against Malta today, so there's an opportunity for some of these guys to show me what they can do. Really impress. And yeah, as I said, just hopefully shine. But let me just update you on a few other bits and pieces that are actually going on, because we've got a lot of under-21 games and a lot of under-20s matches as well, which are happening right now. So I think it's important to update you on how the rest of the England squads are doing as well. Now, in terms of the under-20s, there's a lot of players in and amongst here that I thought could do well for the actual national team, but I wanted to let the under-21s manager, Gareth Southgate, pick his team first, because I want him to keep these players consistently playing well with each other. So, Raheem Sterling's one of those who would have been in my squad if he wasn't chosen. Damari Gray's performing well. Lewis Cook is gradually getting there. Nathaniel Chalobah, I wanted him in and around the squad, but again, he's been picked by the under-21s. Also, Jordan Pickford, who has been performing really well for Sunderland. He would have been one of my keepers as well, but he's been picked by the under-21s, even though he's at the age of 23. Really bizarre. And then if we move on to the under-20s, now this is where things get interesting, because Gary Neville is the manager for the under-21 side, and he's picked quite a few players in and amongst here as well, who I think could have big futures. Obviously, Marcus Rashford, everyone knows about Marcus Rashford. Adam Armstrong is in there. Andre Green, who's a decent player as well. Josh Barrett. Patrick Roberts, brilliant player on this game. And they're actually performing quite well. If we have a look at how they're doing, because they're currently playing in the World Cup for the under-20s, and they've just beaten Nigeria, so they are now through to the quarter-finals. Don't know who they're going to be playing up against next, but they're doing really well. A 3-0 victory against Nigeria. Adam Armstrong and Patrick Roberts getting on the score sheet, so they're performing quite well. But let's have a look at how players have done on an individual basis and how they've done for their actual clubs and how each individual club has done. So here we go. This is how the Premier League has actually gone. Arsenal have won the Premier League, and I believe that's for the second time in a row, so there's something wrong with the game, clearly. But Tottenham are doing well. Man City, Man United finishing in the top 4, fairly routine. I mean, that's a pretty box standard table. have a look to see how any of your particular clubs have done. But some of our players that are in and amongst the squad, obviously Palace, Hull, Burnley, we picked players from there, and they're all performing quite well. They're all now what you would call an established Premier League side, so that's good. You want them playing at the highest level. In terms of a goal scorers, have we got anyone in there? Yes, Callum Wilson, 16 goals, and Cauley Woodrow, good. So, you know, they're in there on merit. Although, having said that, I have been absolutely slaughtered by the press for picking players on form and not over reputation. They're annoyed that Wayne Rooney's not in there, Daniel Sturridge isn't in there. They're annoyed that people like Danny Welbeck's not in there, Leighton Baines. They're not playing for their club, so I'm not going to pick them. It's as simple as that. In terms of player of the matches, John Stones is performing quite well up there, which is good to see. He's getting consistent game time for Tottenham. I like that a lot. In terms of other player of the matches, Aaron Cresswell's right up there, which again why he's in the side. Joel Ward, again, I've picked him on merit. He's performing really well. Although at the age of 27, he's actually not going to be in and around the squad much longer, to be honest with you. Cameron Brannigan. Now, I really like this lad, but again, he's been picked by the under-21s, but he's going to be in my squad fairly shortly. Has had a fantastic season for Burnley, and I really, really want to see him progress. So he's going to be in the new squad. Michael Keane's in there, but unfortunately, he's out injured, so he can't be in the first team, although I really do like his actual stats. Average rating-wise, any of our players up there? Yeah, again, John Stones. John Terry, but he's beyond the age of being anywhere near. Obviously, he's retired as well. But that's pretty much it. In terms of goals, we've already had a look at that. Callum Wilson and Cauley Woodrow. Nobody else of our English players is anywhere near it if we scroll down. Who's the next? But there isn't even anyone on the list, so that just kind of shows it all, really. But yeah, as I said, that's enough of that. What we'll do now is we'll get to the point of the game for Malta, show you what squad we're going to pick, who we're going to play. Hopefully, we can get ourselves a lot of goals and some people can shine. So here we go then. We're here at the point of game day and quite a lot of changes. A lot of changes. But I want to see how a few of these boys can play. So in goal, we have got Jack Butland. He's been doing quite well for Man City, so I think he obviously deserves to keep his chance. The back four, Nathaniel Klein, Harry Maguire, Tarkowski and Luke Shaw. It's a very, very inexperienced back two. It's a good opportunity to get those guys in and amongst the first team though. Luke Shaw has had a really, really good season for Man United, so he deserves his opportunity. Jack Cork, Jordan Henderson, Drinkwater as the midfield three. And then up top we've got James Ward-Prowse sitting behind Cauley Woodrow and Callum Wilson. The two strikers are in form. Why not keep them playing both together? Cauley Woodrow is going to be more of a deep player, linking up with Ward-Prowse, and Callum Wilson is just going to hopefully bang in some goals as well. We've got quite a few options obviously on the bench. John Stones didn't quite recover in time for the fixture. He's there or thereabouts, but I just wanted to give these guys an opportunity. We've got Zaha, Dele Alli's unfortunately needing a bit of a rest, Oxlade-Chamberlain, Barkley, Rodriguez on the bench, Harry Kane, so plenty of options if we need to. But if you have a look at some of the players in the Malta side, obviously Malta are where Malta are. The only person I recognise is Luke Gambin from the Barnet-bound save. Other than that, don't really recognise many people in this scene. No, most of them are fairly, they're all pretty much regen. So we should quite clearly walk this game. It's a case of how many. But yeah, let's just see how the boys get on. First highlight of the game, we win the ball back with Jack Cork, plays up to Wilson. Takes it past his man, shoots. It's a good save by the goalkeeper. First opportunity of the game goes our way. Is anything going to come from the corner now? Ward-Prowse whips it in to Maguire at the back post. Tarkowski, the two combining on their debuts. Get in, boys. Well done. Great start. So here it is from the replay. Ward-Prowse with a good corner in. Maguire at the back post. No one's marking him. Tarkowski gets ahead of his marker and goal. I'll show this replay, but I may not show many more depending on how many goals are actually scored in the game, because naturally, if there's like 7 or 8 goals, I don't want to be showing every single highlight because otherwise the video could take forever. And there it is. See, 9 minutes and we're already 2-0 up. Callum Wilson gets himself a goal. Yeah, I'm not going to show any replays anymore. So Drinkwater collects the ball in the middle of the park, and this could be another highlight and another goal for us here. It's a good ball over the top to Cauley Woodrow on the right hand side. What can he do from here? Can he cut it back? decides to shoot, and it goes out for a corner. So White, Maguire intercepts and plays it up to Corley Woodrow now. Plays it back inside to Ward-Prowse. So it's a good movement obviously from us here. Malta is struggling to contain us. Out to the left with Luke Shaw. He needs to put in a good ball. Does. Callum Wilson, 3-0. Brilliant ball into the box. I love our fullbacks in this formation. They get forward so well. And that's another goal for England. And here we are with another highlight to England. Callum Wilson in the box. Shoots. Keeper saved. Keeper's actually made a save. Bloody hell. Can we get another goal win before half time? Woodrow into Wilson, shoots. Oh, it's hit the bar. And clearance made. I thought we could have made it 4 before half time, but never mind. And there it is, half time, and we are winning 3-0. I'm just going to say I'm happy with how things are going. Naturally, it would be. We're winning 3-0. It's a great result so far. Is there anyone who can come on that needs to show me something? There's no point in me bringing a goalkeeper on or the defence because they're not being tested at all. So just keep those boys as they are. I am going to go with a double sub and we'll just change how things are being done because I want to see how both Zaha and Jay Rodriguez can do. Obviously, I know how good Rodriguez is because he saved my skin on so many occasions, but change of formation. As I said, it's time for a couple of these other boys to show me what they're capable of. I'm happy with how Woodrow's done. Been fantastic. Ward-Prowse has got such a good delivery on him. He's a set-piece specialist. But time for a few of the other boys to show me what they're made of, especially Wilfried Zaha. So as things stand, Scotland are beating Lithuania 2-0, so they remain 5 points behind us. Henderson with the ball in now. Tarkowski flicks it on, but no one's there. Malta have the ball. Are they actually going to have and attack this game? No. Not going to have an attack. So Rodriguez on the left hand side here. First opportunity to see what he can do. Plays inside to Henderson. Takes past him, man. He's far too easy. He's into the box. That is an awful effort. Jordan Henderson, what can I say? Klein on the right hand side now. Can he get a good ball into the box? Cleared. Back out to Zaha. Good ball into the box. Jay Rodriguez. And that's offside. That's annoying. That's really annoying. I really wanted him to get another goal. So Gary Johnson's made all 3 of his subs at the same time. I still can't believe that Gary Johnson is the Malta manager. He's absolutely mad. Absolutely mad. 5 minutes from the end and we've got another attack. I'm surprised this stayed at 3-0 if I'm being brutally honest. I mean, we've had 11 shots on target, 8 off target. And as I said, I can't believe it's only 3-0. I mean, I could just be being really negative, but I would have thought we'd have done more. I would have thought we'd have performed a little bit better. I mean, the players' ratings and average stats, etc., are all quite decent for this type of game. But 3-0? I don't know. Is 3-0 a good result? I'm not entirely convinced. Leave me down in the comment section whilst the game's all going on. Leave me down in the comments section whether or not you think 3-0 is good enough against Malta. As I said, is it a satisfactory result? Is it a bad result? Is it a win's a win, who cares kind of performance? Leave me, as I said, some comments down in the section below as to what you think the outcome of today's game has been like. Because, as I said, I'm happy. It's a solid win. But second half just kind of died down. Not really an awful lot happened in that second half. And in retrospect, I probably could have shown you the highlights. But a win's a win. We're still top of the table. What I'm going to do now is I'm going to progress the next couple of games. And I'll bring you the last qualifying match of our campaign, which is going to be against Scotland. We have another encounter with those guys again. Keepers, McGilvery, all of you guys, you're going to absolutely love that game. Can you improve on the draw that you got in the qualifying, in the early qualifier? Remains to be seen. But if you've enjoyed today's episode, and I hope you have, please leave me a like, leave me some comments. As I said, what do you think of the outcome of today's game? Is 3-0 good enough, or is it just a routine win? As I said, leave me some comments down below. That'd be absolutely fantastic. But thank you very much for taking the time to watch another England Save episode. I'm DJ MFM, and as always on the channel, until we see each other next time, adios. Also, just a quick note, I realise that my hair and my beard need absolutely sorting for the next episode. I look scruffy as anything, but it's a Sunday morning, you have to excuse me. Anyway, adios.